All right. Good morning to you all. I hope that you all are doing well. Welcome to Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DMP Speaks. Listen, I'm so glad to be with you all on this morning. I hope that you all are doing well. Let me introduce myself to you properly. My name is David M. Pinkston, but I go by the name of DMP Speaks. I'm an empowerment speaker, a board certified Christian counselor, and a family restoration specialist, aka family coach. I come to rebuild and grow your family dynamic. I come on here Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. and on Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Everything is Eastern Standard Time. So today, I just would like to encourage you and your family with something pretty serious. I believe it's pretty serious, and I hope that you take it as pretty serious, that it will also add some potential peace. And that's what we're going to talk about today. How to have peace in your home when all hell is breaking loose. How to keep the peace. You might have some inklings of peace. I want to talk about really quickly how to keep that peace, how to increase that peace when all hell is breaking loose in your home. I want you to please share this with someone, and I want you to also get something out of it for you and your family if that is one of your concerns, or share this with someone that you know that can benefit from this live this morning. And I hope you all are doing well. I hope that your family is doing well. Listen, it's a great time to be alive. But you know, another thing on top of that, it's great to have your family alive and well, and not just healthy physically, healthy relationally and emotionally. When I talk about peace, this is something that should be everybody should want that in their home. Excuse me. Everybody should want that in their home when it comes to peace. Peace is something that you can't pay for. There's not a charge card. There's not a line of credit that you could pay for this. This is something that has to be built in your home when it comes to having peace. If we could be honest just for a moment, a lot of us want peace, but don't know how to have peace in our homes. It is one of the very difficult things that a lot of families do not have. We have a lot of affluent families, which is wonderful. We have a lot of families that are engaged in a lot of activities, right? Work, school, church, all these great things. But the thing that they don't have a lot of times in their homes is peace. And because peace is not fully there, that means all hell is breaking loose. Uh, there's so much arguing going on, right? The arguing is that's how you all communicate a lot of times, is that you're yelling, you're screaming, there's frustration. So it has become innate, it has become a norm in your home, and it's not great, right? But it is a norm in your home, and because it's a normal thing, excuse me, in your home, where can peace lie? Where can peace be if it's always problems, it's always yelling, it's always disagreements? There is no peace. There's no time that you all can just sit around the table, or sit around the table for a board game, or a meal, or to look at a movie, or just to have a conversation, or do something together, because their peace is not there, because whatever is going on in the home has overtaken the whole home, the home life, and the relationship in the family. And peace should always be in your home. I'll say that again. Peace shall always be in your home. If peace is not there, there's a huge discrepancy. There's a huge problem. If we don't have peace in our home, how can we function? Hear me out, family. How can we function, right, if there's no peace in the home? How can you function and there's yelling, there's screaming, there's arguments, there's people going up and down the stairs, slamming doors, right? Kids that want to play with their siblings or older siblings, they can't do it. The older sibling loves them, but they don't want to do it because they're so upset. They're all so upset with dad. They're so upset with mom. They're so upset being in the home. They're so upset being a part of this family. Don't want nothing to do with it. Isolating themselves. Let's be honest, parents. You have so much going on that you might say, I love the idea DNP speaks about having peace, but how can I? How can I have peace when hell is breaking loose? When hell has been breaking loose for months, for years, and I've tried to maintain this level of peace that you're talking about, but now it's gotten out of hand. Now things are going in a whole different direction. I want to say to you is, one of the ways that you can bring and start bring some more peace back into your home, you have to see what the issues are. And there's a lot of times the issue are, yes, they're arguing and screaming, but why? What is the root issue? What is the root issue? Why are you arguing? Why are you not getting together? Why are you guys not agreeing? Why are you guys not being able to come together? Because the yelling and screaming is a result of something that is a root issue that has not been taken care of yet. It has not been addressed yet. And in order to have that peace, you have to identify what are the problems. Some examples of problems is some kids don't feel like they're being listened to, right? Or they're fighting with the father or mothers. Preferably, a lot of times it's the father. They might not agree with the rules of the house. They might be inquisitive, like most teens are, preteens or teens, right? Young adults, and they don't want to follow the rules. They don't want to listen to mommy and daddy anymore. They feel like they got it all together. And if you have a strong mother or definitely a strong parent, strong father, strong parent, that is going to bring a lot of friction to the place that people don't want to be around each other. Family members don't want to be around each other. And that's a sad place to be in. So the first thing you have to be able to recognize it. The second thing is you got to do something about it. Once you recognize that there is a problem, right? And you have identified the problem. Now you got to do something about it. You got to have a family meeting. You got to talk about this. And not only do you talk about this piece, there is something else that you have to do. You got to work on it, but you can't just work on it by yourself to be able to bring the peace that you need in your home. There is something that you all have to change together. So instead of your son being in the room all the time and playing on the game, you got to turn that game off. It's like almost, I say the word force, but it's not like you're forcing them to do it, but you're applying pressure so that you all can make some changes in the home so that your home can have more peace. So if electronics is keeping you from peace, if the TV is keeping you all from having some peace, well, that's going to have to be changed. It's going to have to be less TV time, more family time. Something was going to have to change in the home, right? If it's the behavior, you're going to have to seek out some help. I'll say it again. You're going to have to seek out some necessary help because that behavior in the home, especially if it's keeping you all from being the family that you want to be or want to become, that behavior has to be controlled. That child has to be controlled. That behavior has to be controlled because it's not helping the family get to that next level of peace or peace in general. Let's be honest, a lot of families do not have any peace. They live in hell. They live in these situations every single day, right? And some families, if we could be honest this morning, a lot of you are functioning, but you have given up 2 years ago. You've given up 6 months ago. And you saying, well, this is our normal then. If this is going to be our normal, that's how I grew up. A lot of you are saying that's how I grew up. Well, this is how we function. We got through it. But did you? You got older, but did you deal with the problem? And now, since you have children and all hell is breaking loose, that doesn't mean that it's okay. See, we got to talk about these things that are real. Because you didn't grow up with peace and you dealt with chaos and that was your norm, that doesn't mean that that was okay. And it doesn't mean that it's okay for your family now, your own family that you've been given, to function in this dysfunctionality. That doesn't mean that it's okay. We have to be able to do something about the hell that's in our homes, the problems that are in our homes, the disagreements that are in our homes that bring such conflict. And one of the other things that I want to say, because once you identify and you do something about it, after you do something about it, you have to be consistent in making sure that whatever solution that you have, that you've come up with, whatever information that you have gathered that you feel that's going to help, you got to be consistent. If you're not consistent with removing things that are keeping you and your family from succeeding together, then it's never going to work. You're consistent about going to work, but if you're not consistent about keeping the peace in your home, then it's going to go right back. It's going to retract right back to the problem areas, the problem disagreements, the problematic craziness that you have in. That's the only word that really could come to my mind, honestly. You have to be as consistent as you can be Nothing else should matter. You got to have peace in your home. And I'm talking to someone today. You are at a place right now that you would love to have just a regular conversation with your son or daughter or your grandchild without it being coming or turning into a disagreement or an argument. You know why I'm saying this? Why am I spending time? Why am I talking about this today? Because it's mentally draining. It's mentally draining when you feel like you can't get to your child, that you always have conflict. Who wants to live like this forever? You don't know when your day is doing, your time on this earth is done, and you want your family to live like this. I just don't believe that's what you want for your family. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't want that for your family. And this is why I talk about these pain points. When there is no peace, how can the family really grow? If there's no peace in the home, how can you guys function the right way? You're functioning, but you're functioning in the wrong way. There is no peace. There is no laughter like it used to be. There's no joy, right? There's no kindness. There's no love like it's supposed to be, right? So then, how can you all grow individually and as a family if there's constant friction? The friction. And as you see me do my hands like this is your family right now. It's always conflict. Always conflict. And because the friction is so much and it's so great, it gets hot. Like my hands they're burning right now. So that means it's always the tension. I'm going somewhere. It's always tension there. And because there's always tension, you get tired because my arms are getting tired. And you get to the place that your hands, your mind gets tired. A lot of you are getting tired. You're feeling drained. You need peace in your home. I'll say it again. You need peace in your home. Aren't you tired of living like this? Aren't you tired of the friction? Aren't you tired because you don't know how the day is going to go, but you know there's going to be some kind of conflict? Aren't you tired of living like this constantly? Let me ask you, don't you want to do so? I want to say this. Just imagine what your family could be if you got help. Does that make sense? Let me say that again. Imagine what your family could be. Your family, yes, your family, what it could be if you just got help. You stop being afraid, you stop being scared, and you got some help, some real help. Someone that is going to be patient with you, that's going to be patient with your family, and want to see you all succeed. It wants to grow your family dynamic. You want to bring and help bring some peace, bring some balance into your home. Don't you want that? Wouldn't that feel great? Wouldn't that give you a sense of moments? Because you don't have a lot of those. You don't have the sigh of relief. You go to bed stressed. You get up stressed. It's time to change that. It's time to change that. If you are interested and you know that this is you, and you know that you need to change, your family needs to change. What I want you to do, I want you to go and click on my link, all my social media platforms. And I want you to click on the link and I want you to sign up for your free 30-minute consultation call. Listen, you need peace in your home. You need joy in your home. That's what you need. You need something to overtake what's going on. You need a force to overtake what's going on in your home. I don't care what people say. You need to put your family as your priority. And I know you have, but you got to take a step in the right direction. And let me help you get in that. So I want you to click the link. So I'm going to review this really quick. To have peace in your home, you have to recognize that there's an issue, right? Because some of you don't even recognize that there's an issue. You have to recognize that there's an issue, right? You have to find solutions. And once you find that solutions, you got to be consistent with those solutions. Does that make sense? Recognize that there's a problem, find solutions, and after you find solutions, you got to be consistent in implementing those solutions to bring the peace. So when you bring more peace, right, stress, anxiety, frustration will decrease. So the more peace, the less problems. Does this happen all the time? No, but you got to start somewhere. You got to be able to recognize it. You have to be able to bring solutions, and you have to be consistent in implementing those. Listen, everybody, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Listen. Catch me tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another Family Morning Transformation. You can do it. I believe in you. Let's go get it. We're building your family one at a time. Peace.